Reality show, podcast, web series, movies, serial. Serial. I mean, this could be one of the reasons why thoughts are not flowing as you expect. Anyway, let's come to the topic. Today's video is all about why you get stuck while speaking in any language. I know, when you speak in your mother tongue, you may not get stuck, you just manage. But in English, you may hunt for words, right? This happened to me as well. See, everything is connected to the thoughts. You have thoughts and it gets converted to the language of your desire. So when you're speaking in English, you may face that glitch. Now, this could be one of the reasons people get stuck. I wouldn't say you should not watch the different forms of entertainment. YouTube is also one form of entertainment where you get to watch a lot of things, but serial addiction to anything can hinder your thought flow. But today I wanted to specifically speak about serial. Why not movies? Why not podcast? Why not web series? All these may end within 2.5 hours, or you may know that it's already recorded and you can watch it as per the availability of time. But when it comes to serials, there was a time when I used to watch serials. I think ZTV. ZT was the main hub where we used to watch See Horror Show. Do you remember that? Then there were a lot of other serials. That is from where I learned Hindi. Not because I had Hindi as a subject at school, but coming to the topic, addiction to any serial today, especially today. Why today? Wasn't it there before? It has been there. Serials have been functioning from a very long time. But why is it of concern today? Because you take YouTube, you take movies or anything, people just love watching messages through negativity. Negativity grasp attention. Now, when it comes to serials, so many people were speaking about this during counseling, language counseling sessions, that serials have this way of extending, stretching over longer duration of time. Somebody getting married over a period of 5 years after they fall in love, or a person giving birth to a child over a period of 6 years. All these things happen where? Not in movies, maybe in serials. In movies, it's like very fast. You would have seen the child growing up during songs. There'll be a song that's played, and you will get to see the hero growing up or the heroine growing up. Anyway, we have limitations when it comes to the entertainment industry, but I'm speaking about addiction. Today we speak about phone, we speak about addiction to drugs or all the other alternatives, but specifically serials, because there are people who watch serials over a longer period of time. It's okay to watch your favorite show, like reality show or anything, but there also you have the pros and cons. Coming to serials, it can play with your psyche. Before coming to the points, look at this: TRAP. This is not a trap. This is only to free you from the trap. Don't get astonished. Don't worry. This happens with everyone. I'm not trying to say that this particular topic that we're going to deal with is going to do only damage. You can learn many things from different forms of entertainment, but addiction to serials, this is happening everywhere. It has become a topic for discussion and debates, apart from all the others that we have been dealing with. You want to become free, right? Anybody who is watching serials for a longer period of time or who is addicted to something, remember the first point: T. What does T stand for? T stands for thoughts. You all are working on a language, and sometimes you say, I get stuck while speaking in English. It's not done consciously, but your subconscious mind tells you. Sometimes it asks you, it gives you the alert. You don't have enough words. When it's your native language, you're able to manage that. But when it comes to English, you are not able to manage because the thought flow is not there. And yes, you have to keep listening to English, that's for sure. But your thoughts get hindered. It faces obstacles. When you're trying to focus on something, watching serials over a longer period of time can definitely affect your thoughts. The next 3 points are connected to this. There is something known as a psyche. Okay, psychology is purely connected to the mind. It is one aspect of mind. Of course, you have the other dimensions, but psyche is the mind, soul, and spirit. Let's take the mind. There is a kind of pattern that gets embedded in the psyche where it keeps replaying. So I said T stands for thoughts, And let's go to P. P is the last word. It stands for the psyche. Your psyche gets affected. Let's take there's an impact. When you keep watching negativity, most of the serials focus on negativity, relationship, the kind of comparison that takes place, marriages, relationship, materialistic gains. And there will be subplots that lead another plot, then another tributary. It may not even have any connection to the basic plot. I'm not trying to demean or put down people who work behind this. It's good, it's a kind of creativity, but you should understand the pattern. All these things are for entertainment, and you can learn some good things from some of the serials or maybe some of the forms of entertainment. But if you're glued, if you're stuck to it, then remember there is a pattern that's followed, and the pattern can affect. It may have an impact initially, but it can affect you. Without your knowledge, your subconscious mind waits for the next episode. It's divided into episodes, you know that? It is divided into segments, and it happens over a period of 3 years, 2 years. If you're just watching one, it's okay, maybe 30 minutes. You just spare 30 minutes to watch that. But what if you have been watching serials from 7 o'clock in the evening to 10 o'clock, or right from the morning till evening? It can damage you. Anything, even games. There was a time when people used to watch only serials where they used to discuss all these things. The minute it starts affecting your psyche, what is the meaning of that? You will try to connect everything with your real life. When you watch a movie, it gets over maybe after 2.75 hours or 2.5 hours, maximum 3.25 or 3.5. But what about serials? You will start connecting some of the aspects with real life. And the real life is different. It's something that's unpredictable. It's beautiful. It's complicated. Even serials are like that. So you may think serials are created from real life aspects. Of course, some dimensions are taken to create all these things. And that's why we feel it's relatable. But to a larger extent, don't you think this negativity can hamper? It can be a hindrance to your future thoughts. It can affect your psyche, where you may subconsciously connect the thread without your knowledge to everything that's happening around you. And it could be a part of whatever you're watching at that moment, in that period. Just like books. If you're reading a book, maybe over a period of 1 month, and if you try connecting the characters with real life, it can have an impact. And it is dangerous when it starts affecting you. But the other side to that is you are using your imagination there. The characters are not seen. But when you watch serials, everything is ready made. You can see the characters, you can see the face, everything is made for you. You just have to keep watching it. Web series are different because you know it's recorded. Maybe you can watch 30 episodes in one go, in one sitting when it comes to web series, or maybe movies also. You can just keep watching. You can go to the theater and watch, otherwise on OTT. But serials are slightly damaging compared to all these different forms of entertainment, because it starts mingling and to an extent affecting the psyche. You can read more about the meaning of psyche. So P is over, T is over. Next comes R. What is R? It's okay. You watch a serial, fine. And then you forget about it. That's fine, you can do that. It's okay as long as you just watch and let it go. You watch something and let it go. Things keep replaying without your knowledge in your mind. When you listen to English, when you read in English also, to an extent, words begin replaying. When you read stories, you would have noticed some characters come alive. They come to life in front of you. That's different. But when you load your psyche, your mind with all these serial characters, especially the plots, the dialogues, it starts replaying, and that affects the psyche. So it is connected to psyche. T, R, P is over. A, you must be working on your language. You would have been listening to different YouTube channels. You would have been taking up the speaking challenge. This is also a challenge for me because I didn't prepare. I did not prepare on this topic, but I came across people speaking about this. I just thought of giving you this expansion to help you come out of that trap. A, we acquire a lot of things, right? We gain information when we read, when we listen to podcasts, and so many other resources. But when serial or something keeps playing at the back of your mind, do you think you're giving enough space to your thoughts? Your thoughts could be pure, it could even be creative. But because of these distorted perceptions of reality, serials foster distorted perceptions of reality and also behavioral pattern. Things are exaggerated to an extent. Now, you may think I've seen a serial where the real life is portrayed. Yes, you would have come across such realistic acting without much drama. But I'm speaking about 85%. Most of the things that's being telecast today are not good for the mental health. You are aware, you are educated, I know that. But remember, sometimes we forget. We forget that this is a character, this is made up. Maybe this particular aspect of life is also happening today. You get some awareness, but there are people who get misled. You won't believe how many people are guided or directed by the characters in the serial, just like a movie. Now, movie stays for some time, it becomes a hit, it also becomes a sensation. Similarly, there are a lot of serials that can become a sensation. If you're watching something connected to spirituality, something that's connected to religion also, have you seen they distort certain things from the scriptures? There are so many things conveyed with alteration. The alteration is there. I would call it slightly adulterated, where additions are there, additional targets, additional threads are given to these plots so that it becomes interesting. Anything becomes interesting when you add drama, when you add so much of expression. It's good, it is part of acting, which is great. I'm not against that. Even you would have been part of drama clubs or acting where you have to give expression, but it's not about such aspects. I'm speaking about the plot, the way it keeps replaying, and the way it affects people, where quality time can be given to a lot of other things. You can make your hands work, you can write down something, you can work on your language, you can go out, meet friends, play, get engaged in sports. This is what we are showing to the children. Children learn from us. It may not be serials for you. Is it web series, or is it phone? Is it something else that you're addicted to? When I say addiction, you may think 24/7. No, it's the amount of time you spend on it unnecessarily, not just the extremities or the extreme side. It's also about the time spent without productivity, just wasting away. And after some time, you know that you have been wasting time. You may feel bad, because I know that most of us are critics of the self. We know what we do, we are aware about that most of the time. Just think of something that you have been doing for a longer period of time without giving attention to quality analysis, productivity, because time is important, and nothing waits for you. I just wanted to bring up this topic because it has been a concern for many people. You may think it's only certain aspects or factions of the society getting addicted to serials. Maybe people are sitting at home. It's not like that. It is available everywhere. And today there is a kind of trend where snippets, short reels, short videos are extracted or even created from the longer ones and played. It reaches your mobile phone without your knowledge. And when you keep learning and when you keep watching a particular type of content, a category, social media will comprehend that. There's a kind of algorithm that works. It's not about the real comprehension, but there's a kind of algorithm that pushes whatever you want to watch. There's another side to it. When something is very interesting, when a movie or a web series is very interesting, you will watch even without the subtitles. You may just get to hear part and bits of whatever is being conveyed. But if it's very interesting, if you really want to watch, if you really want to get hooked to it, subtitles will not be a botheration. It's not going to hinder you, right? So, this is what we always ask our children to do. We always speak about it. We can also make it practical. If something is an addiction in a less productive way, or if you feel that you are wasting time on something that looks good, then you have to regulate. You have to keep a check, cross check, create a list, how to do it, monitor the time that you take on it. If it's social media or serial, whatever it is, monitor the time. And after that, you can regulate. It's not possible to stop everything all of a sudden. Of course, you may want some form or some type of entertainment, but reduce the number of hours. There are doctors who say if you eat all the time, if you keep on snacking, then reduce the intake and then finally eliminate, because certain things are not good for your mind and that can in turn affect your body. I just want you to be healthy. I'm not totally against the forms of entertainment. I'm not saying that every serial is like this, but getting hooked to serial is something that's happening today in the society. That was my concern. I hope you get the gist of today's content. Happy learning.